Hi, it's Jay from Iridescent Tarot back with some more sparkle for you. So today I wanted to do a little haul combo with my end of the month November wrap up. I did bring in quite a few decks this month, so I wanted to go through them and talk about why they are joining my collection. First up, Circle of Doors Tarot. This was inspired by two Tarotubers, specifically Mermaid's Dream Tarot and the Somatic Sorceress. This deck had been on my list for quite a while, but I convinced myself to not get it, specifically because of the size of the cards. They are, I think, 5.25 inches, which is like at my absolute maximum for how large of a deck that I'm willing to handle. It just becomes like way too hard to shuffle, but this is like a nice thin linen cardstock, so I'm still able to riffle shuffle this even though it's quite large. That, and combined with the renaming of the cards, I really struggled with the renames and was just like, nope, this is not going to be for me. But those two channels, they got me. Like, they just showed them and explained all the different reasons why they love this deck so much. And like, for months now, this deck has been calling to me, and so finally I answered the call. I have not worked with this enough to report back on how I feel about it, but time will tell. I'll do a quick shuffle for you so you can see what I'm complaining about. So fingers barely stretch around the whole thing, but it is very, very flexy and gives a good riffle. So look at the bling, like the backs. This is like as close to ritual tarot as I'm ever gonna get. It's still got like a little bit of that like creepy factor with some of the imagery, but it's not like straight up scary to me in the way that ritual tarot is. So this is as close as I'll ever get. Oh, and for the curious among you, my nail polish today is Ethereal Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Very, very nice and ethereal. And my perfume of the day is Nocturne Alchemy Opal Vanilla, which has notes of vanilla custard, ice cream, vanilla pudding, vanilla liqueur, French vanilla, vanilla cream, vanilla caramel, brown sugar, and vanilla cookie. Yes, this is like a gourmand lover's dream. It's so vanilla, creamy, and delicious. It kind of smells like the grown-up version of Lip Smackers vanilla frosting chapstick from when I was a kid. I don't know. It's just like so mouth-watering. Okay, next up on the haul, we've got the Lilifer Tarot. It has the prettiest backs of all time. I think these might be my top favorite backs. This has been out for a while, and I had initially passed on it for however many years it's been out because like the name of it, so Lilifer is a combination of Lilith and Lucifer, and I'm just like, that doesn't do anything for me. So I thought that it was like really intently based on that, and the more that I watched walkthroughs and reviews of this deck, the more that I realized it doesn't have to be like that. It can just be used like any old normal tarot deck. And given the fact that I love Reclaim Oracle, which is made by this creator, so much, like that's one of my all-time favorite Oracle decks, I felt like I just needed to give this tarot a shot, and immediately felt a strong connection with it. This is one of those rare decks for me that right out of the box, I was like, oh no, this guy's staying. Like a lot of times I'll open it and be like, oh, I don't know, let's see how we work together. No, this I pulled out. We have a relationship already, and I'm like surprised at how long it took me to get this deck, but I love it so much. The shuffle on this is so nice. The cardstock is beautiful. It's very, very thin, but it's strong and flexible. I love the tactile sensation of handling it. It's slightly smaller than tarot size, so it's just so cute. And the illustrations give that same like intuitive feeling that Reclaim does, and I just this came in the mail and I have not put it down since. It's what I've wanted to use pretty much every day since. So I'm really excited about this one. The Future Ancestor Tarot. So this came in at the same time as Lilifer, and so therefore it was slightly overshadowed. I did order these from Cassie from a Riffle and Times indie deck shop. But this is one that I had seen for a while, and it gave me similar vibes to the Magical Nature Tarot, which is why I held off on this for a bit. But something about its gentle energy just spoke to me, and I felt like I needed to experience it in person. And I really have enjoyed my readings with it so far, but I did like let it sit while I explored my relationship with Lilifer before I like dug into this one. And so far I have had great readings. I'm really enjoying it. It also has renames, but not quite as difficult to deal with as Circle of Doors. So this is one that like is my norm. I need a little bit of time to get to know and work with, but I'm excited about. And we don't have that like instant spark that me and Lilifer have, but I'm okay with that. I won Lennox Reese's giveaway for this common oracle. I don't know if by the time I'm posting this, it'll be up yet. But I did film a little video about it, how appreciative and thankful I am about this deck. I've been using this in many different ways, as you can see in the dedicated video that I made about it, but it's just such a good all-rounder. Like you can use this deck in so many different ways. And because it's so simplistic with the white background and the black words, it really pairs with a lot. It goes with a lot of decks, and very versatile. And I've really enjoyed working with it, and I'm so appreciative of Lennox for the giveaway, and I just want to say thank you again. Okay, the last deck in my little haul here is the Maria Tarot. As a non-Thoth girly, I try. I am still working my way through reading the Book of Thoth, but I am not well versed in Thoth enough, and so I felt like I didn't deserve to have this deck until I like really put in the work with the Thoth. But I just feel like this one's so updated and the colors are really vibrant and fun. I love the size of the cards and I like the linen finish, and so I just wanted to add this because I think it's got like an intriguing angle to the Thoth Tarot, and I thought it might add to my excitement about continuing my Thoth study if I had this deck. We shall see. Okay, so that's it for my haul. I did want to show a couple of decks that I worked with the most in November. I feel like surprisingly this 10th anniversary edition of the Prisma Visions got a real workout this month. I kind of thought that this was going to be like a pretty face deck. Like it was going to be one that I had that it was some eye candy to look at and not really give me like any like super meaningful deep connection, and I was okay with that. Like I am a sucker for anything sparkly, iridescent, holographic, obviously, and so my magpie self couldn't help but order this, and it's been a great, fantastic reader this month, and I just found myself reaching for it just to like look at it and read with it, even if there wasn't any like big question that I wanted to ask. I just really enjoyed handling this deck, and so I did quite a few readings with it this month and really enjoyed my time with it. These Blue Bones Oracle has also been in heavy rotation this month. I ended up pulling out the two cards that I really didn't like visually in this deck. They were like these masked figures that, I don't know, they just kind of like, they frightened me, and I pulled them out and I've been using this deck way more. I just feel like super comfortable and at home reading with it now, and it's just been a heavy hitter this month. And I'm glad that I kind of decided to make it my own by taking those cards out and using it the way that I want to use it. I mean, it's not like the deck is missing those cards. Look at how thick this guy is. For 2 of Mom's Tarot Deck Connectors Club, we read with the following decks this month. This is the Tarot of Persephone's Garden, and I did edge this deck this month. Oh, I am so pleased with the outcome, and it just makes me want to use it even more that I have it with these beautiful edges that match the back and the borders. This was such a fall harvesty type deck, and Erin and I had like a really nice time working with it. We also used Little Bird Tarot, and I edged this deck as well in like this antique color to go with the antique backgrounds. This is a deck that I've had for a long time. I mostly pull this out in the springtime, but Erin, the Witch of Saturn, recently got the second printing of this deck, and so we used it in November, and actually with now that I've edged it in this color, it does work in the fall just like a little bit better. But beautiful as the cards are, both of us were raving about how high quality the guidebook is, and if you want to hear more about that, just check out our 2 of Mom's Tarot video on this deck. For the first time in Deck Connectors Club, we worked with an Oracle deck, and that was the Death Duel Oracle. This was one that was a little bit perplexing to me. I was kind of confused as to why this has been like such a cult classic here on Tarotube, because to me, this has just like such a specific and intense job to do, and like it just came across as a deck that like everyone uses to pull on a random Tuesday morning, just like check in for the day. And I was like, this does not work like that for me. So yeah, I did in this episode contemplate whether or not I wanted to keep this deck, and I was leaning towards getting rid of it. But watching the episode back, I felt like my work was incomplete and that I didn't give it its full shake. And specifically, I want to do some more of the exercises and meditations that are in the guidebook before I make a final decision on whether this is going to stay in my collection or not. And for the last week of November, Erin and I used the Narrative Alchemy Tarot. I can't sing the praises of this deck enough. I think that this is one of the best tarot oracle decks that is out there. And this is definitely in my top 10, if not top 5 decks of all time. For books this month, I really have been moving pretty slowly. I bought this book, I think it was on the recommendation of Christine Roselle, who is another Tarotuber. I am slowly making my way through this book, but I just wanted to point out how beautiful the few illustrations that are in this book are. Like, I feel like if there was a deck made from these images, I'd be buying it. So yeah, I just am very much enjoying this. It's a quick read, like the passages are pretty short, but I'm moving slowly through it to try to savor it. Like, isn't this so 8 or 9 of Swords? Like, it's so beautiful. As for TV and movies, I had been looking for like a new TV show to watch at night with my husband. And we were just like watching Succession in the meantime until we found something better. But we've watched it so much now, we're on the 2nd season, that we actually ended up liking it. So that's the only thing we're really watching right now. And even that I haven't been watching a lot because I have been spending so much time working on my tarot deck. I am inching closer towards the finish line, and I can't wait to share more about that. So that has just been like gobbling up my free time. All right, I think that's all I have to share. So little haul, a little bit of favorites, a little bit of what's going on. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the YouTubey things, and I will talk to you later. Signing out.